What's up YouTube, Zombiekillerhere here. I have 100% completed the entire fairy tale game. As you see, everything fully upgraded. I'm gonna quickly gloss over, nothing too showing. I have completed every single quest in the entire game. As you see, all complete. I have successfully gotten all my characters to max stats, as you see. They are all at max stats. Cannot be upgraded anymore. I've max prestige them. Fully upgraded everything. Beaten the entire game. Unlocked all the possible costumes that are not DLCs. Gave this guy all the candy that he could ever want. And everything. So I have officially completed this game to completion. So I think it's time to review the game. I even got max bonds with everybody. So here's my review for the game. Personally, as a fan of the show, I have seen every last episodes, and with the content that's in this game, I think it's really good. I did like the story direction, how it followed the show quite a bit, but then added new story paths and some bonding stuff. Really cool new stuff that, there's an additional experience. Unfortunately, if you're an English dub only person, you're gonna be kind of disappointed that subtitles only the original Japanese voice actors are on it. There's no English voice actors at all, even though the series was dubbed over in English. I guess they refuse to get the English voice actor involved, or maybe they'll patch in later, but as it stands, if you do play this game, it's Japanese voice acting only with English subtitles. Let's see something real quick. I think you can also, let's see. Let's go to the main menu real quick. I think there might be a different subtitle option. Let's see. Yeah, you could also do this for a subtitle option. But it's English subtitles, or I think that's French. I don't know. I can't really pronounce it, but I think it's French. Whatever language it is. But anyways. We're gonna go ahead and load back in. Alright, so let's make sure everything shows up completed on the board. Nice. Alright. I should probably back up the save. There we go. So I spent almost 44 hours and 48 minutes almost. It's a few seconds short, but almost that long playing this game. So it took me that long to fully complete everything the game has to offer. As far as any real importance, I could go for some lousier objectives, like the game does have the ability to craft and stuff, so I could try to get all the pure upgrade form of all of these, but to be honest, I've already gotten a lot of the stuff that matters upgraded, and none of this will actually change the battle for me because my stats are too high, so it's more just pointless busy work if I do it. After all, nothing in the game can really withstand my power, so we're pretty much good. But anyways, so all in all, like I said, there is no English voice acting. There's only Japanese, so if that is a big turnoff for you, you're not gonna like that. But to be honest, I enjoyed this game. I think it's a great game. I do love that they did add this photo mode thing where you can now take pictures. They added it not that long ago. I think just yesterday or so. Where you could do this and strike poses and all that stuff, but I'm not gonna waste time with photo mode. But you can especially customize your characters for pictures and stuff, which is cool. They did add a whole bunch of DLC costumes, which personally I'm not buying. I think they're kind of a bit too much pricey in my opinion, but you know, I guess this game gotta make money somehow. But if you do get costumes, I recommend just buying the ones that you like. This game already has a good enough costume selection, but you know, it's up to you. But personally, that part I'm like, I don't really care. I do know with this game, important characters like story quest givers and allies and stuff you cannot walk through, but pointless people that are just there to be there to make the world more lived in, you can walk through. That may or may not, you know, make some people upset, but anyone that's truly important you cannot walk through. But if they're not important, they just do it so they're not blockading your path. Like this guy is considered more important than these guys. They just say what they want, while with him, you actually have to interact. So, yeah, that's that. There are some character models that seem to be reused for pointless NPCs, but as you can see with these two girls. But, and then I think this girl right here had the same model. But, you know, doesn't really matter too much. For the most part, if you're playing this game, you should be more focused on the missions instead of, you know, who's around town and stuff like that, or, oh look, I could go through these guys. You know, personally, it never bothered me at all. In fact, I kind of like it how it is. But all in all, I say the game's pretty good balanced. Like, you can customize the difficulty how you want by either power leveling and stuff, or, you know, picking stronger allies. And by upgrading the ranks through here, which will cost the upgrade points, you know, you can really make your characters quite strong. But all in all, I say if you're a fan of the show or you like RPG, it's definitely worth it. I'm gonna go and summon a boss to kill. Is to try to get you up. In fact, I'm gonna do a 100-year boss since they are more stronger than most of the bosses, so you can get a decent idea how the combat system works. I do want to try to show that off a little bit, but you know, even at max stats, all these characters are not exactly made even. There are some characters which will be more stronger by default, and then there are some characters that have the ability to revive. So before I fight this 100-year boss, I'm going to summon my own boss in, which this is an ability that you'll get later on, which will allow you to pull in all the enemies. So we're going to go ahead and showcase this. As you see, there's one square here, and then there's two. This shows how many enemies it can hit. And then the power that you see is how strong the attack is. Different characters have different power ranks and different ranges, and sometimes stuff that are not attacks. Also, as you see, this will grant counter stance, while this would retreat the opponent's back 1 row. Now I'm gonna have it where it does not show any of the fancy powers, I think, just to make this review quicker. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and use that. And as you see, she has tons of different supporting, reviving, healing, and then the attacks. We're going to just use this to upgrade everything. And I'm going to use this so I can wipe those guys out. Actually, I'm going to go with this to wipe out those guys. There is an auto battle feature, which if you activate it after making a move, which I'll just showcase real quick. I'll just use this to take out this guy. The auto battle feature will have your allies attack automatically, but we're not going to do that, so I can showcase a little bit more of the battle. But as you see, you can make your guys quite godly. And there we go. And that guy's defeated, which is one of the more stronger. Also, later on, when you play the game, you'll get the ability to take a S-class thing after you beat in the game, which will make your wizard S-class wizards. Which, I've already done that with all my characters. But if you want to take them on to an S-class mission, you will have to complete that promotion exam. But anyways, we're going to go down to this 100-year boss. It should be the easiest out of all of them, since it's the first one. But it will give you an idea of some of the combat. And be a little bit different than me just spamming everything. So we're going to go ahead and cast this. And then we're going to do this. Put you in counter stats. Then we're going to awaken you to unlock all your powers. So, and then use this. So we're going to use that. And I'll show you how the combo system works. Also, I'll showcase one unison raid between these two, where two characters team up during the special, but one person has to be awakened. But yeah, if your stats are high enough, you can really deal a lot of damage like this. We're gonna see how high we can make this chain. Although this guy's already dead, we can still attack a dead man as long as this special ability's going off. So we're just gonna see how high we can make this. There is a trophy in the game for dealing at least 1 million damage which with both Gildarts and Natsu, and then using Natsu's special exclusive crystal fully upgraded to its maximum rank will greatly help out with getting that. Also, increasing your stats to godlike proportions will help out with that too. But you are able to get it without needing godlike stats. Just make sure that you attack one enemy instead of a group of enemies. And just try to make the levels low. But as you see, even with that overpowered guy, I was able to easily deal 1,349,622 damage because my stats are just that high. As you see, easy 100-year completion. Then when you complete a quest, then you'll get items, money, reputation and stuff. Which with the reputation, you want to make sure that you are doing it with the same quest. Because as you see, this does not show reputation points. It just shows renown and money. Well, here for the 100 years and stuff, you see the fairy tale symbol down at the very bottom that says 750. That will actually give you that to upgrade your character, which you'll need to take care to upgrade your character. As you see, I stand as number 1 rank. I'm the king. But yeah, all in all, pretty good story. Tons of different characters. There's a total of 16 of them. And like I said, each character have their own unique gem that you can unlock. Which I'll show you Natsu since I was talking about it. As you see, it raises attack and defense, which is standard for all. And then, as you see, its special ability increases the magic chain damage by 50%. The most useless one, though, is the one for Gildarts. All it does is increase all his stats by 70, which, although good, by the time you unlock Gildarts, you will most likely have access to being able to reincarnate yourself, or prestige, whatever you want to call it. And when you do that, you can increase your stats by a large amount, so Gildarts just typically becomes useless with all the stats increase. After 2 reincarnations, he's all set. And the same goes for everyone else. 2 reincarnations, they're all set, except for this guy, he needs a 3rd one. But, you know, so that becomes most useless, because as you see, everybody else kind of gets special ability at the bottom. Like her, with her ability, it's actually quite good if you want to go for a counter build. But if you do that, I highly recommend equipping this on her, so that way they'll just keep on attacking her, and then with your other allies, equip this to them, and then they'll just keep on attacking her, and then she'll just counter attack, killing all of them for a nice awesome counter. But for that, you do need to get this gem all the way upgraded, plus also, give me 1 second, there we go, also get her rank to 6, so that way she'll have a 50%, then plus the 50% from the gem, she'll have 100% counter rate. But, you know, it's up to you deciding how you want to build your team. There's ultimately no wrong team combination. They can all do anything. No matter which characters, even if you never upgrade to godlike stats, all the characters are still viable. They all have their special abilities. There's no one character that's 100% better in all fields over the other ones. Guild Arts is the one that tends to be the most stat strongest out of all of them for attacking, but then again, he cannot revive, he cannot support. He has limitations on how many opponents he can attack. He's more of your single target to a few targets, well, with loose... Let's see. Can I showcase one of his attack range? As you see, 1 target, 3 targets, 4 targets, 1, 3, 3. While someone else, like Lucy, she does have a attack where she can attack all enemies simultaneously, which is a quite devastating attack. She also have healing capabilities and, protection capabilities to grant a barrier to try to protect your allies, with some decent attacks here and there. Well, Natsu, he had quite a bit of damage, decent attack range, but then with this guy, he does have a lot more attack range, plus also support magic. So it's all up to you to decide how you want, and some characters do work well together. Like, for example, with her, she does have the ability where once you get her to rank 2, if Gray is on the team, her regeneration will give her times 3% stat boost instead of a times 2. And then with this, the attack will get times 3 instead of times 2. Right here's Gray. Or a really good example, Sting and Rogue, where Sting right here does have extend buffs on him for 1 turn, and then also right here, extend buff on Rogue for 1 turn. Well, then Rogue have extend buff, reduce debuffs on him, and then reduce debuff on Sting. So they both work really well together for that combo. It's all up to you how you decide to build your team. And like I said, there is no wrong way. You can go with some of the why would you choose that people, and you'll still be able to annihilate any boss in the game. We're at high enough stats and stuff, You'll be able to still perform well. It's all different preference for playstyle. Do you want to be more supportive? Do you want to be more single target, group targets? Do you want people that can use unit sense rate attacks, which has you seen with just Wendy and Sherry, unit rates can be quite powerful, but it's all up to you. So all in all, you can do whatever you want, and to be honest, with this game, I had a blast beating it. It was very easy. It's not hard to platinum too. It takes time, but there's nothing too unforgiving to platinum. It's all pretty much a few checklists type item. Become #1 guild, upgrade everything. Hell, you don't even have to prestige your characters to max stats, or even craft everything, or even max bond. They did not make those requirements at all, so you're good there. A lot of the trophies are relatively easy. I would say the longest and hardest ones would be the one to complete all the community service missions, which just make sure that you check everywhere every now and again throughout the campaign, and just give them whatever item that they want, and complete every single mission on these boards, which is not that hard. Other than that, the next hardest one would be going to Lucy's house and giving this guy all the candies. But as long as you did a good job searching everything, that should be pretty easy. Just be thorough. You just gotta be thorough with your work, and It's a bit time consuming, but there's nothing here that's too difficult where you have to be specifically skilled at this game to do. There's no like super hard ultra boss that you have to have super fast lightning reflexes and quick timing just to win. It's a turn-based RPG. Just as long as you got that, you're good. And you could take all the time that you need to think, or you could let the AI do all the thinking for you and just do auto battle. By what I've seen, the auto battle feature, they do a pretty good job with that. In fact, I actually do love the auto battle. Also, I do love the ability to turn off the cutscenes, which will turn it off for everything but the special attack cutscenes, I should say, which will turn it off for if you're controlling or if the AI controlling. But then if you're doing a special attack, like a special group attack, like what you saw before, then unfortunately you cannot skip those. But basic battles, you can pretty much speed through the game. And the game does have really good ways to level up, really good ways to make money, get items. This game's pretty well made, in my opinion. I think the developers did a good job. Personally, I don't see too much of a big problem with the game. Sure, I would like it if they had the English dub option, but that's pretty much the most biggest and most pettiest complaint I can make about this game. Other than that, it does a pretty good job. It may not be anything super innovative. Maybe that's something, like it's not going to be like a completely different game. But to be honest, I think DICE did a pretty good job on this game. And personally, I think if you're a big fan of RPGs, or a fairy tale, or just a fan of easy platinums that don't make you have to try too hard, but you have to put forth a little bit of effort, this is an easy recommendation. And it might get you into a series if you just try it for the RPG features and then go, actually this show seems good, in which case you can watch fairy tale. But personally, I think it's an easy recommendation. If for some reason you absolutely hate turn-based RPGs, or you absolutely hate fairy tale where you cannot stand it, then maybe it's not the game for you. But if you have the spare money, I don't think you'll really regret your choices too much if you get this, if you like turn-based RPGs or fairy tale itself. And the nice thing is, even if you don't like turn-based RPGs, or you're not good at them, and you like fairy tale a whole lot, this game's not too difficult to get into. So you can just play it because you're a fairy tale fan, and be able to be good at it and get to see what the game has to offer. Unlike some games, like probably the Dragon Ball series and stuff, where you have to actually be somewhat competent at fighting games to a really good fighting game player, like a pro. So, this game, it's not too hard, and if you ever want level ups early on, like you're finding yourself in trouble, just go look for a mission that you could do on the board and just fight those enemies, level up. Upgrade your ranks, customize your equipment, because before you max out your stats, different equipment slots can really help out. The ones that I would definitely recommend is for your characters, if you really want to increase yourself, is the of course equipped item. If you have the diligence for pre-ordering the special edition, or I don't know if you can still get it from buying the special edition, but I do know the season pass does say that it comes with 5 of them. This will give you 100% bonus XP when finally be able to equip on everyone. Or also I recommend either attraction, hidden, if you go more tank builds and stuff like that. But really good ones are protection, which will increase your defense by 90. Mind, which will increase your MP, which you need to attack. Energy core, which will increase your health. And also I recommend wizard core, which will increase your attack by 90%. Well, from 90 points. Also, when you unlock it, you can also go to this bar, order a drink, and get whatever seems good. This will increase your speed and defense by 12%. This is attack and luck. Whatever you want. There's lots of ways to boost up your stats and help you out. Also, just make sure though, once you gain the ability to link hunt, which won't be for a little bit, but just hold it down and summon a lot of opponents close by and you'll be good. Also, you can do link party here with and pay money to throw a party like this, which will help you build up the bonds with everyone. It could be reasonably expensive, but not too bad. It's doable once you rack up money, but early on it might be a bit expensive, or if you're going for big upgrades it might be a bit expensive, but it will help you level up multiples. But anyways, that's pretty much my review. I would say it's definitely a good game, worth getting, unless if you absolutely hate turn-based or fairy tale and you cannot see yourself being able to stomach it. But if this looks good to you, give it a try, especially if it goes on sale. I think it's easy a pickup if you're kinda on the fence. But anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video.